Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Leona if you're new, and today I'm going to be doing this look, hair and makeup. You know, today I'm really embracing the whole red lip, dark hair aesthetic, kind of reminiscent of Dita Von Teese. I don't know, I tried my best. Let's go, let's do this. So I haven't done a makeup tutorial in a very long time, and seeing that's what I started my channel with, I thought that it would be a good time to do one. Everything I use is linked down in the description box below, and let's get started. You may or may not already know that I don't like wearing face makeup, so I actually don't own any foundation. Usually I just go right for the eyebrows. I've been using the e.l.f. brow kit ever since I started wearing makeup many years ago. It's a real good one. Then I'm going to use some concealer on my eye bags and around my eyes, so my eyeshadow has a base, and also put some near the bottom of my face, above the jawline, and then blend upwards, just to cover up some of the unevenness that I have in that area. I'm also planning to add bronzer right after this, just to go all in, and whenever I wear any sort of contour or bronzer, I like to have a base product on my skin first, so I'm not just putting powder on my skin because that can look really uneven. In this case, I'll have some concealer under there, and then I'm gonna go in with this bronzer and use a big floofy brush to do it. I find that with powder, it's better to just go in with a very fluffy brush instead of applying a very harsh brown line and then blending it out. Cream contour is probably better if you want to do that, but I like doing this with powder just because it's less steps and has pretty much the same effect to me. Next is blush, which I'm just going to apply right above that contour, and I like making sure that I blend it upwards to really accentuate my cheekbones. Ever since I started wearing blush, I really enjoy dragging the blush across my nose as well. Now is a pretty good time to start on the eyes. Because we're doing a red lip today, I want to keep the eyes as neutral as possible, so I'm opting for a neutral brown eye look. Personally, I prefer to keep the eyes more neutral if I'm wearing a bold lip color, and vice versa, just so it's not so in your face and the eyes and lips aren't fighting for attention. I'm just taking that transition shade pretty darn high up, pretty much only leaving a little space for my brow bone highlight, just because I like the look. Don't worry if you're applying your eyeshadow and it looks kind of streaky or patchy at first. I usually do a first application and then go in with a clean fluffy brush and diffuse the edges, and this works pretty well for me. Then I'm going to take a darker brown and basically go over the entire thing. I think I might have put too much, but I rolled with it. Again, I really take my time to make sure it's not patchy, so I go in with a clean brush and clean up whatever is necessary. At this point, I return to my eyebrows. Sometimes my right eyebrow gets a little droopy as the day goes on, so I like to gel my brows in place and brush upwards, and then shape them in place with a spoolie. For me, it is very important to make the most out of the spoolie because I really hate the Sharpie brow look, but to each their own, I'm not judging. It's just for me, I really like to have my brows diffused and blended. The next step is the highlight. Ever since I crossed over to the cream highlight side, I have never gone back to powder. There is nothing wrong with powder at all, but of course with some products there is a certain chalkiness quality, especially if you put too much, and in my experience, cream highlight just goes on like super smooth, and I just really like it. I blend everything out with an eye brush, just because I need a smaller brush for my brow bone and inner corner, so might as well just use one brush even for the cheekbones, but if you do have a highlighting brush, that probably works best. Before I apply my fake lashes, I like to put on a layer of mascara just so the fake lashes have a platform to stand on, because my natural lashes are very short and they point downwards, so it's not ideal for fake lashes. So this is what I do to prep them. I wanted to commit to the brown eyeshadow, so I just didn't do a shimmer shade and left it like so, and added my lashes. I decided to skip out on the eyeliner just so the red lips could really steal the show and have its moment. If you like to reuse your lashes, I highly recommend spraying them with rubbing alcohol before each use, just to kill all the germs and ensure that you're not putting anything nasty on your eye. Of course, I'm sure you know this already, but let the alcohol evaporate before you apply to your lash line. Otherwise, that is a recipe for a burning disaster. Now we're moving on to the lips, And as always, I like to use some chapstick before applying the lipstick just to make sure my lips aren't dry underneath. And this also helps me spread out the color a little bit better. I actually used to just wear red lipstick with nothing else in high school, and it was kind of a look, albeit a tragic one. I was very much flirting with crossing the line to becoming Miranda Sings. I haven't really worn red lipstick that much in the past few years, but I was like, let's embrace this classic vibe and just go for it. So here we are. At this point, that's pretty much it for the makeup look. Now we're gonna do hair. I've pretty much been really enjoying either flipping my ends out or in, and today I decided might as well do outwards, just because most of my hair was already pointing outwards anyway. So I just took my straightener and tried to do that. I'm not the best with hair at all, but I tried my best. I know you're probably not supposed to run the straightener over your hair that many times, but I guess I just forgot. Okay, so there's quite a lot of hairstyling footage and not much to say, so I've been on TikTok a lot lately. It's pretty much the only thing that makes me laugh these days. At first I was like, oh my god, it's too cringe, I can't. And then, of course, quarantine started and I stopped resisting and just downloaded it. And honestly, it's very entertaining, even though people can be really mean on that app. So I deleted it for a while, but then realized it's too funny. So here we are. I'm on Harry Potter TikTok, and I've honestly just discovered that people are obsessed with Draco. Like, that's so crazy to me. If you don't know, my sister is an artist and she started an Instagram challenge called Hot Guy September, where you only draw hot guys in September, and everyone is drawing Draco Malfoy, and it's actually pretty darn hilarious. Other than that, I have really been investing in my obsession with Henry Cavill, as in like watching all his movies. And honestly, it took me long enough to discover that my type is muscular men who are also nice and humble and also several years older than me, but it just really makes sense now because my boyfriend Josh fits that exact description. Sometimes I get people commenting like, oh, your boyfriend is okay with you having a huge crush on Henry Cavill or like being attracted to celebrities. Like, yeah, he is. First of all, he likes Ariana Grande, and that's fine. Second of all, when you get into a relationship, you don't just stop being attracted to other people. It doesn't become illegal. I think it's important to recognize that instead of just being like, oh, do you think she's pretty? And then your partner having to lie and be like, no, she's hideous. I think it's more normal to be okay with your partner's celebrity crushes than to not be okay with them because they make you jealous. Like, bruh. Anyway, we're done with the hair. That's all the time we have for today. Thank you so much for coming to my TED Talk. And that's pretty much it. I think this looks very sultry and really classy, especially with the earrings. This look makes me want to have good manners and wear elbow-length gloves and also be a seductress who secretly kills her victims. Oh my god. But yeah, no, I'm a fan of this look. So yeah, that's it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!